I'm Si. I'm the guy who runs stubbornworks.com. I produce, well, accessories for people doing costuming, and I'm slowly expanding in the number of items I produce. Mostly I've been producing claws and rubber paw pads, which you, as a part of which you may have noticed, you follow galleries and the various creative blog updates, which you'll find on at dreamwidth.org under Si Starborn. They're linked from their homepage. You'll see that they've been coming along very nicely, and I now produce two variants, one of which a Short 180, which is approximately that of a rubber band, very soft for use on people doing animal costuming, good for use on hands where you need some tactile response. And I'm also producing some 80 short, which is approximately the hardness of a car tyre. Those ones, of course, are best suited for the feet. And those ones, of course, are Velcro back, because even at that strength, they will wear through eventually. And when they wear through, you don't want to have to go and re-sew everything. So the Velcro allows simple and easy removal and replacement. But those are the products I produce at the moment, as well as the claws, of course, and the varieties of glow, rubber, and standard. But what I wanted to talk about was the recent acquisitions I've made, the recent developments I've been working on. First and foremost, particularly to the animal costuming crowd, I have performed my first corporate takeover by purchasing the UK Fur merchandise shop. They produce, well, the UK Fur merchandise shop covers currently 3 particular designs of t-shirts in a range of sizes, a variety of silicone wristbands, lanyards, and what the hell was it? Christ, I paid for them. What did I spend on? Three types of t-shirts: lanyards, wristbands, and stickers. All of which top quality merchandise, so I do say so myself. We're currently a little low on a few items, but we'll be restocking shortly. Biased towards demand, of course. But there's also been another purchase recently, which I'm hoping will take Starborn Works in more the direction I originally dreamed of, and I do mean dreamed of. I recently purchased a lot of surplus stepper motors, some 2,000 of them. These I'm hoping that I'll be able to use to produce some relatively cheap and relatively standardised RepRap machines. Now this gets into the concept of open source 3D printing. Open source 3D printing is largely based around the more approachable MakerBot project, which is in turn inspired by the RepRap project and their current builder Mendel, which is a 3D printer based around a plastic extruder. Which means it prints one layer of plastic, moves up slightly, prints another layer of plastic, moves up slightly, prints another layer of plastic, until you end up with a full 3-dimensional solid object. The problem with the RepRap project, though, is that you need a machine, or you need some way of producing the parts. The RepRap project is based around the idea of making a machine that can make itself, eventually. And while they can produce all the parts, all the plastic components themselves, if you're building one strictly to RepRap designs, then you already need a 3D printer to produce the parts to make your 3D printer. Which is where it gets into the concept of the RepStrap, which is based around the concept of bootstrapping. And bootstrapping is taken from the phrase to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, to start out from scratch. So a bootstrap machine is one that is probably not as the final machine will be, but it's a machine to start you off. And in this case, a RepRap machine is a machine built purely for the purpose of printing the parts for another 3D printer or another RepRap. And to this end, I have purchased 2,000 motors, which are much less powerful than those in the standard Mendel design, though I believe that with some modifications I can simplify the Mendel design to produce something probably in the 150-200 pound mark, which would be a small, basic, probably a little slow, but functional 3D printer, which people could either use for low demand, low turnover works, prototyping works, as you would with a full-size Mendel, or again to use it to produce the parts for a full-size, full-range 3D printer. This is currently in development. This is something I've started already, and I hope to be leaving some updates, a dedicated development tag on the work blog, or possibly the creative blog. Probably the creative blog, to be honest. And of course, as you can see, because since you can see my face, I do have a new camera at last, so I can finally take some reasonable quality images of the items I produce, and hopefully show you that I can produce a quality item for you. And of course, if I don't produce something already that you might be interested in, please talk to me and I'll see what I can do.